California, Mr. Liccardo is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks to all the witnesses for helping to guide us and inform us. Mr. Seira, I appreciate the fundamental concern I think that all of the witnesses have shared, which is a need for regulatory clarity. And you point out in your written testimony, I think you've said something similar verbally, that current securities disclosure rules are really focusing on irrelevant information. And in your written testimony, you identify what you believe might be relevant as we think about crypto regulation, governance mechanisms, network design, tokenomics, which I can't say I fully understand, but I look forward to getting up to speed on, cybersecurity, network utility of assets. Is the CFTC equipped to regulate the disclosure of those features of a digital asset to ensure that those disclosures are full and fair and accurate?
Thank you for your question. I think the core point that I'm trying to get across is the securities laws framework are designed under the premise that the value and existence of a security is dependent on an issuer. And in many contexts, for tokens that relate to decentralized networks where there's no issuer that's controlling the token, that premise is false and it's not surfacing the right information. I think we would have to update the disclosure regimes under either the SEC or the CFTC to be able to fully account for this, but the issuer-centric model has a wrong focus and the wrong approach to really get at what consumers of these digital assets need to be protected.
And so regardless then, and I certainly understand and appreciate the point you're making, CFTC would need substantial, I mean, this is not the same as regulating pork bellies. Clearly, it would need perhaps more expertise, more staff, et cetera. Is that right?
I think that's right. The CFTC has not historically regulated retail markets. It's been more of a regulator of sophisticated markets. But I think with the right funding and the right team, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be able to do it.
Ms. Smith, I also want to express my appreciation that Wilmer has taken what I regard to be an ethical response to the administration's efforts to force law firms to capitulate. So thank you to your firm. And I appreciate your call for regulatory clarity, and I would agree that we don't want regulation by litigation. We have seen, though, in just the last 24 hours, this was earlier suggested, an announcement from the Deputy Attorney General that the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team would be disbanded. We had earlier announcements from the Department of Justice that the Market Integrity Major Fraud Unit would no longer handle criminal cases involving crypto. Is it fair to say that there are significant criminal uses of cryptocurrency that we should be concerned about?
I think that there may be criminal uses in crypto, but there's criminal uses in all types of financial markets.
You say there may be. You don't believe that there are criminal uses today of cryptocurrency?
There are some criminal uses, but my broader point is that they're not unique to crypto.
Agreed, but there are certainly aspects of crypto, particularly with regard to anonymity, that may facilitate criminal activity more easily. Is that fair to say?
I'm not sure if I would agree with that statement.
For example, North Korean hackers using Tornado Cash, just to take one of many examples. The anonymity is, in fact, a tool that helps criminals. Is it not?
It is a factor, but on the other hand, there's been instances where there's been hacks, and the hackers have been identified because of the blockchain transactions.
And undoubtedly, if there are criminal uses, or perhaps fraudulent uses, which may cross over the line to criminal activity, a rug pull, pump and dump scheme that's clearly intended to defraud, someone should investigate and prosecute those criminal cases, shouldn't they?
Yes, those cases should be prosecuted.
And SEC, CFTC, none of those agencies have criminal prosecutorial authority, do they?
I don't believe so.
And so it would have to fall on the DOJ, the Justice Department, would it not?
Yes, or perhaps other regulators.
Well, we need the Department of Justice to step up. All right, thank you. No further questions.